Film Development Hell, Day 41, Breaking Down Scripts for TV Commercials is the name of this video. Why? Well, my name is Deborah Richards, and I am an independent film director from Las Vegas. And if you're new to this channel, this is a long-form, daily deep dive into my life as a working film director as I develop my third feature film and struggle to make a living as a working director. So this week, I have to direct, DP, and edit 6 national TV commercials in 2 days' time. And these commercials are for a producer that I've worked with before, and he has sent over the scripts. So I'm going to take a look at them, print them out, give him a call, ask some questions, make some notes, break them down, show you the process of that and how that works. And now that you're caught up to speed, I need to speak about something really serious. You may have noticed that I didn't post last week. And the reason being is I got COVID. I was on death's door for a week. It was really brutal. It was pretty bad. I was certainly in bed for maybe 4 or 5 days. I was hallucinating. I'm still a little short of breath. I'm a little bit nervous about these commercials because I'm not 100%, but my team is amazing and I'm going to lean into them. So I apologize for not posting last week, but I had COVID, and guys, COVID is no joke. It is a killer. That is the second time in my life that I've had COVID, and I've never been more sick from anything ever than COVID. It's brutal. It is absolutely brutal. I was scared. I thought about going to the hospital. There were a couple times when Patrick was about ready to drive me to hospital, but I think the average visit to the hospital in America for a COVID um, uh, thing is $50,000, and I do not have health insurance, and I did not want to be $50,000 in debt. Also, I was scared. I was really scared. I was too ill to go to the hospital, and I was scared of the hospital. I was scared of going to be on a ventilator, and I was scared of being on my own. I figured if it's my time, I'd rather pass away with my dog at my side than alone in the hospital. So I was scared, and it was brutal, and that's where I've been for the last week. I've just been recovering, so I'm still a little bit weak, but I got to get back on the horse now. It's been um, like 10 days since I got COVID. So I'm pretty much 95%, I'd say, back to normal. So it's time to get back to the grind. I'm going to print these scripts out and take a look at these commercials. And if you're wondering how is it possible to direct and DP 6 commercials in one day, well, it's the same brand for all 6, and we cross-utilize the location and the talent to make multiple commercials because that's the way the producer saves money on the shoot. But what it means for me is that it's a very, very manic and intense day of go, go, go. But like I said, I've got an amazing team, and so I'm going to print out these scripts right now. But as you guys know, nothing happens without coffee. So let's coffee. So guys, as you can see, Patrick is here. Um, I haven't seen him in quite a few days because I've been sick, but he is back to the attack. We are both back to the attack. So let me print out these scripts. Like I said earlier, I got a pretty tight crew that do these commercials. In fact, Patrick's on the crew, and he usually handles the production design. They're really simple ads. They're for like late night. If you've ever been up late at night in America watching TV and you've seen ads for Phone Sexy with these hot girls that tell you to call them on these party lines, that's us. That's us who make them. I'm the one that directs them. So yeah, you're welcome. So they're not very advanced, but it's a paid gig, and we take them seriously, and we need to prepare accordingly. So let me find these in my email, and I will print them out. And then I have a call with the producer in an hour to make sense of these. Okay, there are 6 scripts. One, 2. Okie dokie, I've downloaded them, just gotta print them out. Let's see. Number 1. Cool. Print. I'm gonna do 2 copies so that Pat has one. Is the printer on, Pat?
Yes.
Awesome. So what's in the box that you got by your desk? That's a poster, right?
Those are posters for Hector.
Oh, funnily enough, I might be having lunch with him tomorrow.
You can give it to him and then he can pay us back.
Okie dokie. So, guys, I want to bring you up to speed with some other things that have been happening while I've not been 100%. So, one of the exciting things that happened, well, there's a few things that have happened. Basically, let's see where to start. As you guys know, our second movie, Shaken and Stirred, came out a couple weeks ago. It's the world's first ever documentary about the underground world of competitive flair bartending, and you can click on the link down below to rent or purchase it, or just check out the trailer. But that was our second feature film, and we've been in development of our third feature film for the last year. It's called Scissor Mouth, and it is a horror. And there's been some cool advancements in the last few days. And the big news is, well, there's 2 sets of big news. So the first set of big news is that, excuse me, I entered the screenplay into a competition in England, and we found out that we are a finalist. And as a result of that, the competition organizer contacted me and expressed an interest in co-producing the movie, and said, asked me if we can make the movie for £1 million sterling, because she has access to an investor for a slate of 3 horrors that she's putting together, and she is interested in having Scissor Mouth as one of those 3 horrors, which would mean we would have access to £1 million to make it. So, if I don't seem crazy excited, it's because a lot of things like this, opportunities kind of fly by, and some materialize, some don't. More often than not, they don't. So we try not to get too excited about things, and nothing's done until it's done, right? And so if we were to get all excited about every opportunity that comes up, I think we would spend a lot of time disappointed. But this is a legitimate lead to money. And it's interesting because our A plan is to raise the money ourselves through CF crowd equity funding. And if you're wondering what that is and how that works, just keep watching these YouTube channels, because that's what we're going to be doing over the next 10 months to a year. So it's my plan to raise the first $1 million ourselves. And if we do that, not only do we have more of the lion's share of the participation on the back end, but it also puts us very firmly in the driving seat, and we have full control of the project. If we go to external equity and ask someone to invest in the movie as an equity investor, then well, one, we won't participate as much of the back end profit, and two, we may not be able to call all the shots. So there's a give and take there, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It could be a combination of. But at least we now have an open conversation with a potential investor to the tune of £1 million, which is very exciting. Now, the other piece of really big news is
don't tell.
well, I can't. I'm not gonna name names, but Pat's giggling in the background because he knows what I'm going to talk about. There are two actors who are our first choices for two of the leading roles in Scissor Mouth, and in one of the cases, our casting director Kimberly has been negotiating with this actor's agent, and we're at the stage now where they like the project, and we have asked the agent's client to sign a letter of intent that is a light touch and not really too committal, but it would grant us the right to use their name and likeness in raising the money for the movie. So this letter of intent is with the agent now, I believe, and we don't know if their client is going to be open to the letter of intent, but this is the stage we're at. And in other news, which is also very exciting, another actor who is our number one choice for another one of the roles, I reached out to her on social media, just blindly saying, how do I get a screenplay to you because you're perfect for this role? And she gave me her manager's information a couple months ago. And so I've been communicating with her manager, and I found out the other day that she had finally read the screenplay and likes it a lot. So I didn't really ask if they would be down for signing a letter of intent. I just sent one over. And I said, this would really help grease the wheels for us. So here's a letter of intent. So currently we have two letter of intents out to two different major famous actors who are on the cusp of either telling us go jump in the river or signing letters of intent. And if we can lock down these two actors, then I think a lot of things will fall into place. It'll be like dominoes. It'll be easier to get other actors on board. It'll be easier to get global distribution locked in. It'll be easier to get minimum guarantees from pre-selling foreign territories, and therefore accessing a chunk of money. So this is very, very exciting for Scissor Mouth. And I even started working a little yesterday on a new deck that's a little bit more visual and a little less financial to vibe up some of the stakeholders. And I have a lunch tomorrow with one of our executive producers, investors, and in fact maybe two of them, to update them on what's going on and really start that journey. Because if you've been watching this channel, then you know I've been eager to move on to this next project, but as we are the distributors of Shaken and Stirred, the release of Shaken and Stirred has not only been a priority, but also there is ongoing work that we have to do throughout the year with Shaken and Stirred. So now that the movie is out, a lot of that has been taken off my plate, because obviously I don't have to color and edit the movie, it's out. So it's freed up a lot of bandwidth for me personally to be able to start concentrating on what we have to do to get this next movie made. And it's very exciting because it represents a huge jump in the level of movie that we've made. Our first two feature films were both under $500,000, and this next movie is over $1 million. So it represents a really big jump and a seismic shift for us. So it's very exciting. Pat, could you pass me that stuff that printed out, please?
Copy.
Thanks.
Oh, here's our sexy.
Here's our scripts for Phone Sexy. So, Pat, have you got 5 minutes to go through these with me real quick before I have my meeting with...
Sure.
Okay. I'll separate these scripts.
And it's our usual crew.
It's our usual crew. But I am very nervous because I have a terrible feeling that our producer, Randy, he's getting... he's a great producer, but honestly, he's getting a little bit lazy in terms of these scripts, because he knows that he can lean into us and that we're so creative that we fill in the gaps. But I think with these screenplays, there are more gaps than usual, so this is going to be a little terrifying. Okay, so...
And that's next week.
What? No, it's Wednesday. We have to do the call sheet today.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. So we're just going to go through these real quick.
What is Sammy? I think it's Sammy the Girls we used before.
Yeah, for the
Right now,
the animals one.
Or Kylie again. I can't wait to talk to you right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gals.
Now, I don't like the idea of this B-roll with the sorority house exterior.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like that at all. Okay, so he's kind of not got with the program in terms of B-roll.
Right.
So the way the rhythm that we've got into in these spots is to have 3 bits of B-roll. Okay? And as you can see, there is none here.
Girls studying on a bed with books and laptops, tablets.
That's the shot, that's not the B-roll. So what could we do for 3 B-roll shots for this?
Okay, this is like a sorority thing?
Yeah.
Well, I think a sorority girl would walk in with a bunch of books, put it down, and talk on her phone. Walk into a room with a bunch of books, put it down, and talk on her phone.
We can certainly do one with a split screen with a girl on the phone.
Yeah.
So I'll put that for C, split screen. Because that's an easy gimme. I like the idea of, because it's going to start with 3 girls on a bed.
Can it be, because they're supposed to be studying, can it be?
Well, I'm confused here because it says 2 shot on a bed, but it says 3 girls studying on a bed with books.
I think that's a B-roll shot. That's a B-roll shot. 3 girls studying on the bed with books and laptops. I think.
Technically, that's supposed to be with that. That's.
Yeah, but that could be a B-roll too.
Yeah, no, I think it has to be.
It has to be. I think we keep the same setup and we just have them. It looks like they're studying they're just studying on the bed, reading or like pretending to type on the laptop. I don't think you have to make this too complicated.
Okay, so 3 girls on.
We keep them on the bed. We do 1 each. Typing, like she's out with her legs, she's laid out on her belly, typing. Maybe she has glasses on.
This is bad. There is like very, very little information on this.
Why can't we, keep the bed set up, put one girl at a time?
For starters, I don't like the idea of three girls on the bed because it means you got to get three girls ready at the same time. It means you gotta, it slows it down like quicksand as soon as you have threes. I'm gonna suggest we tear this to shreds, right? I'm gonna suggest this first shot, Jaden. I've got a term paper due tomorrow, but I'm swamped for ideas about to watch. Right? Can you call now and help me? I'm gonna suggest we split this into two shots, one with a close up and one with a wide. Close up, wide. Okay. I've got a term paper due tomorrow. Cut to the wide, but I'm stumped for ideas about what to write. Can you call me now and help me? Then it cuts to this can be a VO for this shot. Okay. Sammy's. And then that can cut to the split screen of girl on the phone with the thingy. Okay.
Okay.
And then obviously he's thinking like this is a three girls on the couch here. I think this is where we can kind of incorporate this girls with laptops and maybe instead of a three shot we break it up so that this one is with her with a bunch of Kylie with a bunch of books.
Okay.
Kylie with books. And then this can be the two shot on the couch. But the problem is I feel like we need one more piece of B-roll.
Yeah, I'll show you like this.
This is going to be a nightmare because they're just not fleshed out.
Like this, see?
Sure. That can be like Kylie, right?
Yeah, I can get Kylie.
But we still need more B-roll though.
Kylie on bed like that.
We still need more B-roll.
Yeah, so
what would suggest B-roll of girls studying, like maybe around the kitchen table with some books?
We could have one of the girls on the couch. It's the book one. I mean, we don't have to do any new setups. We just keep the same setup and have Ashley and them they'll be talking together, going blah blah blah, saying their words, and then the B-roll could be Ashley on the corner of the couch, like reading or something, or our laptop. If we don't have to do new setup or anything.
I gotta speak to him about that. This one is extra special effect. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, this one is a golf one. I like to play golf, but I'm terrible at putting. I wish one of you guys could help me read this part. Maybe they... Oh boy, this is giving me a headache. I'm gonna take it. Look, this is not good, guys. Okay, we've just gone through these scripts and they're fucking weak at best. Let me see if Randy is free now. I am early. I was gonna see if you're free now to chat. Yeah? Oh, lots. Lots. Well, for starters, I'm still not well, but I'll persevere. So I'm just a little. I'm not sick that I can't do the shoot, but I'm not 100%, so I'm like low energy. Um, which makes concentrating difficult. But that's not your problem. I will be fine. I'll just lean into the crew. I God no, God no. It's just hard to breathe, you know. So I just feel that these scripts are pretty weak in terms of the B-roll, and it's stressing us out a little because if I shoot them as you've written them, you're not going to be happy. So sorry. Well, you know, this term snag shots was a nickname that we made for a girl on a phone, right? So we're talking B-roll generally, okay? So sorority house exterior, you know how I feel about using do you have the scripts in front of you, Ben? Awesome. You can kind of go through them one at a time. I know, which makes it very difficult for us because we don't know how to prepare, we don't know what to bring, we don't know. It's a blank page. So so we don't even know if we got the little mini putt-putt course. No shit, because that's the only one that's even remotely possible to be creative with. Okay, let's go through them one at a time. The first one, sorority house. It's got that sorority house exterior B-roll. Okay, so that's something that you can provide. Okay, all right. Okay, there's like zero B-roll. What's the B-roll for this? And just so you know, what works best, the rhythm that we've got into with these spots, what works best is if there's 3 bits of B-roll. Okay, for each one. So one bit of B-roll could be a split screen of the girl talking on the phone. Okay. Yeah, but if you don't have the B-roll, it's impossible to finagle the timing, and that's the problem. You need the B-roll so that you can slip and slide the timing. If a girl speaks really slow, because we don't know how these girls are going to react to the scripts, we never do. Some girls are really fast at their lines, some girls are really slow at their lines. If they're really slow at their lines, I can chop a few words out and still string the sentence together and edit it together and make it work because there's B-roll over it. The B-roll isn't for the visual, it's for the edit. So without the B, like if we just film that, you'll be at the mercy of the girls, and it might be a 25-second spot instead of 30. If they don't have to be 30 seconds, if they can just come out whatever they are, then we don't have a problem. If they can be like, if one can be 26 seconds and another one can be 28 seconds, but we've always done it for 30-second spots. So do you want them to be 30-second spots, or do you not care? If they have to be, then we have to have B-roll. Otherwise, otherwise you can't edit it. So there has to be B-roll. Okay, there has to be 3 bits of B-roll for every single one. Okay, and on this, sorry, go on. Yeah. That works. In fact, that says 3 girls standing on a bed with books, laptops. So that can be that, right? So that's one of them. Okay, so 3 girls on bed with books. Okay, giggling, right? That can be one B-roll. Another B-roll can be split screen with one girl on a phone and a stock image of a guy on the phone on the other side. Yeah, and then yes. Okay, and then the third bit of B-roll would be what? For sorority party. Pillow fight? Okay, pillow fight. Okay, for the split screen for this one, do you want to use a stock image of a guy on the other side, or can we shoot Joey? Okay, split screen. Dress properly, like Hassa. Okay, we'll ask him to bring a nice shot. Okay. Alright, number 2. Okie dokie. Sounds good. Okay, number 2, golf. If we have the putt-putt golf course, that's obviously great, but if we don't, what's your B plan? Okay, so you're either gonna have to come up with an alternative script as a B plan script, or which I think we could probably do. Do you have golf clubs and golf balls and all that good stuff? Then I'm pretty sure no matter, as long as there's a bit of grass, we can fake it. Yeah. Okay, now we're still gonna need, like, let's assume we're doing this golf thing. What are the 3 bits of B-roll? We can do split screen again. Okay, maybe. Okay, so just various golf. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's move on to number 3. What would you like the 3 bits of B-roll to be? That's gonna be really awkward to cut from girls in a hot tub to girls in a hot tub not speaking. That's gonna be awkward. What about one piece of B-roll? One of the girls walks out of the back into the backyard with a tray of drinks. Okay, so one can be. Can you get a tray? Girl with tray of drinks. Okay, another one can be split screen, not in the hot tub. Okay. Yes, so what if we do yeah, but that's, cutting from what it is to what it is not a great idea, right? So and the pool might be too. Yeah, what about one girl putting lotion on another girl? Can we get away with that? On her shoulders? Yeah, okay. Okay, alright. Can you bring sunscreen, please? Awesome. Okay, so that'll work. Go with a tray of drinks, split screen, and a sunscreen. Got it. Okay, number 4. Okay, this is one of the ones where I felt like, I think 3 of the spots you have girl on laptop. It's going to get very samey. So, but I do like the suggestions you have here. You've got a hanging laundry on a clothesline, chopping wood, and raking the garden. Do you have the props for those 3 things? Can you get some, sorry? Instead of a block of wood, why don't you get like a pile of wood from the gas station that they sell for like fireplaces? You know, because they're usually kind of smaller and quite dry, so then, you know, she may be actually able to chop one, or at least to try. Okay, so you got a rake. Is it a full-size rake or like a toy rake, like you're painting an easel? Okay, great. And then for the laundry line, okay, so you got a laundry line, you've got clothespins and clothes? Great. Okay, so let's make that the 3 B-rolls and not do the laptop thing, because that's already happening in 2 other spots. Yeah. So we'll do rake, chop, and clothesline. Awesome. Okie dokie. Number 5. We've got, let's see, I've crossed off the working as a waitress at the Twin Peaks because we can't do that. Okay. So for the prescription pill bottles, do you have prescription pill bottles? Okay, can you take the labels off? Okay, and leave some pills in there so they can kind of rattle or whatever. Awesome. We can do the laptop and then studying a book on a bed. We can do that as well, so that'll work. Okay, so those are the 3 for that. Let's have a look at number 6. Modeling for a photographer, we've done that gag a million times, so we can do that. Walking out front door with a suitcase, they'll all arrive with little rolly cases anyway, so we're probably good on that. Yeah, I don't want to do the laptop again, because we're just doing that in the one before. So let's do, so we got the photographer gag, we got walking out with a suitcase, and then a rack of dresses. Do you have a clothes rack? Let's do this then. Yeah, but we better can you bring clothes hangers then? Because they might not have. Okay, if you bring clothes hangers for that, then I think we're there. Cool. So I'm assuming that because you haven't got the location tied down, you don't know what time we can get in yet. Oh, okay, great, because we're going to start putting the call sheet together now. Okay. And yeah, as soon as you get the confirmation of the location, send me the link so I can take a look at the backyard and see what we're dealing with. Right, or just let me know if it's that one. The Ultimate Fighter House. And that's got a little good putt-putt course, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okie dokie. Alright. I think we're in better shape now.
Does he have cowboy hats?
I'm breathing again. I think next time just Google fun occupations. Just to give you some different.
Cowboy hats? Does he have the cowboy hats?
Yeah. Pat's asking me if you got a cowboy hat for the one.
Because I could bring one too.
Awesome. He says he has one.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. So I think we're in good shape then. Okay, great. Then I think we're in good shape. Awesome. Thank you, darling. Let me know when you know. And oh no, I'll just have whatever's clever. Thank you though. Awesome. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate you. Alright. Thank you, me too. It's been over a week and it's been a nightmare. So, awesome. Alright, well thanks, love. I'll speak to you real soon, okay? Alright, ciao. Ay, guys. Woo! Cookie, what do you make of all this? Let's see what Cookie's take on this is. Cookie, what do you think of these commercials? They're gonna be great, aren't they? Cookie seems very confident.
She's so happy. She's so confident.
Okay, so yeah, you guys heard me. Basically, the scripts, they had like shots and action, but they didn't have any B-roll descriptions, and you need that B-roll like a band-aid so you can slip and slide the main content under either direction and get the edit on time. So Randy knows this. I think he's just got a little bit lazier in his older age because he's done a million of these, and he's just like churning them out at this point, reusing ideas. But and I know these kind of ads are really cheesy, but we still take them seriously. We still want to do the best possible job we can and make Randy's client happy. Randy is our client because he's the producer, but then he has a client who is the person that owns the brand. And you know, our goal is always to make the clients happy, and also I always want to try, and every commercial project I do, I always want to try and improve the quality on the last commercial project I did. So that's the goal. So now that we've got these scripts somewhat broken down, I can breathe a little and move on with my life. So tomorrow we'll be putting...
After bring the camera set up, right? The camera on the light for the photographer scene again.
Yeah, bring it on. And also make a note on the call sheet for Joey to be clean shaven and bring a couple shirts. Our key grip also doubles up as a male model in these spots when we need a guy in the background, and it's always Joey. So that's funny. So Joey, you've just been voluntold. So yeah. So tomorrow I will be readying all the gear and going through the gear and making sure it's ready and just kind of stacking it and putting it all together. So that's happening tomorrow. So if you like this long form content and you want to see more of this, click up in the circle here to subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let's keep the conversation going. And I will see you all tomorrow for more film development hell. Peace.